Okay. Like always, we like to get this thing recorded. Somebody must be walking their dog. I'm Thomas Dubois. I'm grateful to be here this morning. Just been doing a little organizing of putting people together to and great leaders accepting the challenge to get on here and help everybody to learn everything crypto and to get to the basics of things. We've lucked out now that we've gotten back to ACH and whatnot, but I don't think we should take our eye off the prize, because if you're not watching the news, if you're not watching regular TV, if you're not watching hearing the radios, crypto is everywhere now. It is just infiltrated. It is here. It is here to stay. And we have a program that is awesomely here to stay. And so we are very, very excited about that, and very, very excited to be here and to bring the basics to you, tucking in some advanced stuff to help you all out with, and helping you all out as much as we possibly can. And so I am absolutely honored to introduce to you this morning who's going to do the third party entity that where I have closed more deals off of bringing somebody to CoinMarketCap and showing them the graphs, and showing them our steady growth, and showing them the 2,000% and year to dates and all of these things. I have gotten a lot of prospecting from posting screenshots of that, and I know many of you have as well. But I have really used it as a closing tool for me for Texacoin, and it has worked great for me. And I love that. But we call it Coin Market Cap, and Coin Market Cap is going to be a part of what Herschel's going to teach on today. But what we know about Mr. Herschel Crowe, and you know what? Let me stop for a second, because I forget sometimes. Miss Sarah Warren, could you please finish the introduction to Mr. Herschel Crowe?
Oh my goodness, you were doing such a great job.
No, but I felt bad. I was like,
You
wait,
do
that's
this,
her sponsor.
you do this to me all the time. Of course, I love introducing Herschel. Herschel's one of the best teachers that you can possibly imagine. He's so diligent in his research, and he's very detailed in his explanation, so you can't go wrong with him, that's for sure. And it's always my pleasure to introduce Herschel, and he's a great team player and a great team leader. So Herschel, take it away today. I know you're going to do a great job.
Well, thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Hope everybody's having a wonderful morning so far. And I guess I want to make sure the chat is open
Doing
in
that
case
now?
people have questions, because I do like interactive and I don't mind stuff coming in while I'm talking. And for the first time in a long time, I actually have my chat sitting over to the side so I can see it or whatever while I'm talking or what have you. But like Thomas was stating, he's used CoinMarketCap to close um, or help show information about Texas using CoinMarketCap. And the reason why he's been able to do that is because CoinMarketCap has established itself as one of the most authoritative um, places, I guess to say, for lack of a better term, or listing websites in existence as it pertains to cryptocurrency. It actually started back in 2013. So it's been around since the real beginnings of everything really taking hold in the crypto space, and has just built upon itself during that time. I will also share another one that I kind of look at it like Bitcoin and Ethereum. You got number one and number two. We have CoinMarketCap number one, and then number two, you have CoinGecko. They both do most of the exact same things, and either of them can be used as a resource. It'll just come down to personal preference as to which one a person may like more than the other, but they both have pretty much the same information. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. Screen 3. And share CoinMarketCap. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're new to crypto or whether you are a veteran in the space. CoinMarketCap can be a major resource for you. There's a lot going on here. And so some of you that are new to the space, unfamiliar with CoinMarketCap, when you first look at it, I've had it described to me as digital spaghetti before. Just looking at it at first glance, it's like, okay, well, what is all of this telling me? What information is actually being provided here, and how can it actually help me in the space? And there are a multitude of ways. So the first thing that'll happen when you go to CoinMarketCap is on the very first page is already on the top tab. What does that mean? That means we are listing the top on this first page. It will show you the top 100 coins or tokens currently in the crypto space by market capitalization. What is market capitalization? Market capitalization is the amount of what we all know as fiat money that has been put into the crypto space in and of itself as an investment category. How much money that's in crypto as a whole is what's called your market cap. And as you can see in this top left box right now, as of this very moment, there's $2.97 trillion in the crypto space as a whole. And it is up 1.83% since yesterday in the last 24 hours. Not necessarily, but yeah, specifically it's hour by hour. So it's in the last 24 hours. You can click on this and it'll kind of break it out a little bit more. And it will show you of that 2.97 trillion that's in crypto as a whole, there's $140.17 billion worth of crypto that has exchanged hands or been traded or exchanged over the last 24 hours. So there's 2.97 trillion overall, and of that, 140 billion has been moved from one location to another or from one coin to another at some rate. Now, if we look over to the right-hand side, you will see that right now, this chart down here is showing us the last 30 days. If a person was to come and look at crypto, they will say, well, crypto is down. Crypto, by looking at this red chart right here, you can clearly see that we are trending down in crypto over the last 30 days. However, if you expand this out to a year, or in this case, I'm gonna click on all, and now the chart will shift since, and this is only tracking back to 2022, even though CoinMarketCap's been around since 2013. This particular chart goes back to 2020, June of 2022. If you look at this, you will see that crypto as a whole has gone up from $941 billion as an overall market cap to the 2.98 now, because it's constantly moving, trillion dollars that's in the crypto space. So as a whole, the market or the crypto space in and of itself has been trending upward the entire time. Even though you have your ebbs and flows overall, it's constantly going up. Again, CoinMarketCap constantly monitors this type of data so that you can always go and reference it when and if needed. A lot of times, you will hear people tell you in the crypto space to always go and do your own research. Go and do your own research. The problem with that is people don't necessarily tell you where to go and do your research or where to start doing that research that is going to be, number one, reliable, and then two, informative. So CoinMarketCap and or CoinGecko are two locations that you can go to at least get started finding out information about whatever it is that you're interested in the crypto space when we start talking about coins and different crypto projects in general. So I'm just going to kind of go through a few of the tabs here, not all of them, but just a few. So this is all of your top 100 that automatically shows up on page 1. And then you can go in order. I just clicked on page 2. This will show 101 all the way through 200. This is where you can go and actually see where each coin or token stands as it pertains to its spot, if you will, in the crypto space. And that is all again measured by coin market capitalization. So out of this 2.98 trillion, how much is the project, coin, or token that you're associated with? How much of that does your project actually represent? And in a minute, we're going to go look at Texit from here, but I want you to be able to have at least a basic knowledge or understanding of some of the other tools and information that can be derived from being here. So let's look at trending. When we click on trending, it gives us an idea of what over the last 24 hours, what coins or tokens have been trending. Typically, is going to give it to you in the order in which the markets have been going up, if you will, and list them in order over the last 24 hours and what that actually looks like. But one of the things I want you to focus on, where is it? Right here, is the dashboard. On the dashboard, it gives us, let me see here. We're all familiar with Bitcoin. That's the granddaddy of them all. But then we have everything else in the crypto space is considered an altcoin. Let's take a look at the altcoin chart. We can come down here and see, as a few minutes ago when we were looking, we had the overall market capitalization, and you can see how the market was trending downward over the last 30 days, but it's actually the last 90 days that the market overall has been going down. But if you look at this, it shows the top 100 coins performance over the last 90 days. So on that front page, where we have the top 100 coins and tokens, on this, it actually shows you each one of them's performance. You would say, well, how do I use this information to help me in the crypto space? And again, this is non-Texit specific at this juncture of our discussion today, but overall, and the reason why I say this is because there are a lot of people, a lot of investors that pretty much make their living or grow their portfolios just by coming to CoinMarketCap on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to make investment decisions just by the information that's listed on this site alone or what have you. They just use this as a source of creating wealth. And you can see that even though, look at all of this red, even though all of the entire market has been going down over the last 90 days, and it's really been the last 45 of the 90, but it's been significant here recently. An individual could have come here and seen that everything wasn't going down. Here's 10 or 12 different coins or tokens that have actually seen some decent increases over that 90-day period. How many of you, I know the answer, but how many of you have ever heard of Aster? I'm sure there's very few that have. Now, if you look at this and say, well, wait a minute, and I'm not telling anybody to go invest in anything or anything, like no investment advice, just an example. But if I look and see the market tanking like this overall, and then I look up and I see something that has gone up 1,000%, I'm interested to know what that's all about. What is this Aster? So I can easily click on Aster and it will pull up all the information that I need to know to find out what Aster is all about. This is just an example. You can do this with every coin or token that's listed on CoinMarketCap to get an idea of what it actually is. So when I come here, I can see that, okay, it's 98 cents a coin right now. Well, it's been around. If you look over here on the left-hand side, you can see where there's a market cap for Aster is 2.33 billion. Okay, decent market capitalization. It's up 6.34% in the last 24 hours. We have volume traded in the last 24 hours is $422 million that has traded in the last 24 hours. And here's something that's two things that are extremely important. How many people are holding this coin? How many different wallets out there actually have acquired or purchased this coin? And this shows us that 194,000 people have acquired this token. And there will be 8 billion tokens ever. So there is a max supply of 8 billion tokens. However, right now, the circulating supply of this token is $2.37 billion. I'm sorry, it's 2.37 billion tokens that are held or are available for the current market at this time. What does that mean? That means that a little over 25% of all the tokens that will ever be in existence are currently in the market. So when you look at something like this, you're like, okay, well, it's up quite a bit. Let's look and see where it started. So just to get a better, let me look at the 24-hour chart. So if I go and I look at this, I can see that this is not an old coin at all. Let me see, does it show me here? Or is it? It's not giving it to me. Here we go. On this left-hand side, I can easily come down here and look and say, okay, well, our all-time high for this coin at one point was actually $2.42. Its all-time low was at 8 cents. Now you look at that and say, man, that's a huge disparity in comparison to where it is right now. But I can look at this chart and tell that this coin was actually launched in September of this year. So it's only 2 months old. So like a lot of coins that are released, they typically shoot, a lot of people buying all at one time, the price goes up. Some of the people are just looking for a quick buck or not really holding long term, so they sell and take profit, and then the market kind of balances itself out to see what happens in the future with the project in and of itself. So then I asked myself, okay, I like this. It's been around for 2 months. Price has gone up significantly since the beginning and dropped back down. Is this something that Herschel is interested in investing in? Well, first of all, I have no clue what it is. But if I scroll down, now I can actually find out what this project is actually about. So let's see, what is it about? Boom, boom, boom. I can click on news and it will tell me, where is it? And on every now and then on each page, it may be laid out a little different or whatever, but it's typically in the same vicinity. So let's go down here to the bottom. I scroll down. About Aster, what is it? And I'm not going to read it all, but Aster is a next generation decentralized exchange offering both perpetual and spot trading. So ding, ding, ding. This is an exchange, a new exchange that has its own coin or token. Well, what makes it unique? Its unique edge lies in the ability to offer liquid staking tokens on yield generating stable coins, yada, 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 yada. The premise here is the fact that if I, as an investor, am interested, or if I'm looking for something to invest in, I can come right here and find out what this project is all about and make an informed decision or determination as to whether it's something that I'm interested in putting my money or my funds actually into. Also, anytime you are quote unquote doing your research or you want to um, go to a website to find out more information about a project, you always want to make sure that you are going to the right location. So if you come to CoinMarketCap, you can actually ensure that you're going to the right websites outside of CoinMarketCap to get information about a project. What do I mean? There are a lot of scammers, a lot of fake websites and things like that that are out there to, trip you up or to entice you down the wrong path when you're doing your own research or where you're engaging in crypto projects. Well, if I come to CoinMarketCap first, I can look over here on the left-hand side and I can see their website. So if I click website from here, I can ensure that it's going to take me to the right location and I can further my research or I can get more and more information about the project by going directly to their website. And I'm just using Aster as an example right now, but this is something that you can do with project, any project that's out there at all, and make an informed decision. The next thing that you can see on here, let's just say, you know what, I am interested in investing in Aster because it's performing well. I like what the project is about. The next thing I have to ask myself is, where can I go get it? Where can I find this particular coin or token? Well, that's where markets come in. You see up at the top, you can click on mark, even though it's still on the same page. It'll just take us closer to it. It'll bring you down to the markets, meaning what market or what store or what exchange has it available for me to actually be able to make a purchase or to acquire it. So now I can look here and see that it is listed in a number of locations. So on Binance, Aster can actually be acquired on the Aster exchange in and of itself. It's paired with USDT on Binance. It's also paired with USDC on Binance. You can get it on PancakeSwap, which is a decentralized exchange, Coinbase, on OKX, yada, yada, yada. And there are a number of pages. So this looks like a prominent coin that is being made available just about everywhere, which is a very good thing when you're now on the shelf at all the stores to be acquired. And it's gone up a little bit since we've been talking or what have. That's all y'all out there buying it right now. But this is how you know where to go and actually get it. Another thing on this same page, if we look over here to the far right-hand side, you have what's called community sentiment. Now, you do not have to have an account with CoinMarketCap. However, you can come in and create a profile where you can sign up, it's free, and log in. Why would you want to have an account? You would have an account for several things. Number one, if you want to start tracking some coins and tokens for yourself, you can actually come in, create an account. Now you can set alarms and alerts so that you can get messages and updates when whatever coins or tokens that you've been looking at have reached a certain price point, or a major change has taken place, or a shift, if you will, or what have you, so you can stay abreast of what's going on. You can actually come in and plot out your own portfolio to stay on top of, or just a number of things that you can do when you have your own account, so that you could get those alerts sent directly to you. Another one is if you now can position yourself to follow certain projects, and I'm going somewhere with this in a minute. You can follow different projects. All right. You can also come in if you are and show whether as a community member or a person that's invested in a coin or token, or a person that's interested in one. You can come in on a daily basis. It allows you to do this every 24 hours. You can come in and say, I'm bullish, meaning I'm in favor of this project right now based on the things I'm seeing and what's going on with the project, or I'm bearish, meaning I'm not so keen on it today, or what have you. So if I click bullish, it helps boost the confidence in the project, so that when the next investor comes in and they realize that Aster exists, that it just shows that many more people are interested in it. Like right here, you can see where there's 222.9 thousand followers of it, but we had what was it, 194 holders. So you got about 15,000 people that are just watching it right now, of the ones that are actually following it, or whatever. So some people are sitting back, taking a look, watching and waiting to see when they want to actually get in or not. Well, that helps the project. Coming down here, you can start seeing individuals that come in and post, their thoughts and ideas, their sentiment, and other information about the project in the note section over here, or the comment section about a project. So if I'm looking to invest in this, I'll take the time to go in and I'll read what information is being shared by individuals that's been around looking at the project or involved in the project, so I can get a deeper idea and understanding of whether or not this is something that I may want to participate with as a potential investment. If I want to know what blockchain Aster is running on, I can come over here and look, and you can see right here that Aster is running on the Binance Smart Chain. So it's a Binance BNB token, Smart Chain token is where it's actually riding right now. If it was on other chains, you would be able to click this down arrow, and I'm not familiar with Nansen, or what have you, but I know that you can find it on the Binance Smart Chain. You can click it right here, go to the blockchain itself, the blockchain explorer, where you can actually look and see all of the transactions globally that are taking place at any given point in time. You can actually verify, because we're on the blockchain now. And when you come here, you can tell that CoinMarketCap is pulling their information directly from the blockchain, because we see top 1,000 holders from a total of, as you can see right here, we got 191,479 holders showing on the blockchain. The blockchain is going to trump all. If it's on the blockchain, you're going to take this before you take the information. For example, I'm showing 194 over there. I'm showing 191. I'm sorry, 191 on the blockchain, 194 right here. If I had to make a choice as to which one I'm going to believe the blockchain, because there could have been 1,000 people that sold all their tokens in the last 24 hours or the last, day or so. 2,000-3,000 people could have got rid of them, so they're no longer wallet holders. So the blockchain tells and trumps all. So what does that mean for those of us that are in Texas, as an example? Well, if I want to check out Texas, I can come here at the top where it says search, and I can type in Texas. It's going to give us current market value of the Texas coin. It's going to show us our overall market capitalization, 231 million. It's going to show us how much of that has moved or changed hands or been swapped in and out of in the last 24 hours, and that's 724,000. It's going to show us how many holders there are, and we know it's more than 273. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. It shows total supply, 60 million. Our max supply is 353 million. And the total that's currently circulating is 60 million. But here's a key feature, a key thing to look at. You see where it says self-reported circulating supply? That means that Texas Coin is reporting it themselves. CoinMarketCap is not. Texas at the moment, and many of you that have been around for the last month or two, you've heard Bob, I think it was about maybe three Tuesdays ago when he did his, he's done it multiple times, but specifically, I believe about 2 weeks ago on Tuesday call, he mentioned that at this time, even though we're listed, you can find Texas Coin here on CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap has not officially started tracking or validating Texas Coin's information at this point. They want to see more engagement. They want to see, and what I mean by more engagement, they want to see that there's a large, a community of individuals that are, and he used as an example, Twitter or X community out there, because they look at social engagement and sentiment very heavily, very heavily. So I want you to think about what he said on that call. They want to see that more people are following and tracking Texas Coin on social media, because most of these projects that are on here that are doing extremely well have a community behind them. Now, we have a community, and that community is consistently growing. However, we want a massive community. We want a large community that's engaged in our project, because that is, in essence, what helps increase the value of our coin and token long term. So before CoinMarketCap officially starts tracking and monitoring and validating the data that we see right here, they want that engagement to go up. But they're talking about Twitter. And I'm finna show you an example of what they mean. Even here on CoinMarketCap, if you're CoinMarketCap, are you going to rely on the information from Twitter? Or are you going to rely on which one would be more powerful in your eyes, Twitter's information or CoinMarketCap's direct information? So if you look right here, we have 3.2 thousand followers, but we know we have a lot more people than this in our community. So one of the things that we can do outside of getting on Twitter, following, commenting, and things of that nature in reference to, positive things about Texas Coin, we can also come to CoinMarketCap on a daily basis. And I can't do it right now because I've already clicked on it. And I got to wait till my 24 hours is up. But I come in here and I click on bullish, and you can see that 92% of the people out of 12,900 votes are bullish, and only 8% are bearish, which is extremely positive. The last comment was 9 hours ago. TXC, what are they saying? I've been in this game since 2018, and this is the most legit and transparent project that I've ever seen. Amazing founder and amazing team. That's a nice buy, sell, repeat pattern. This is somebody coming in basically looking at the chart, making their comment. Somebody else will come in, and again, we have to take the good with the bad. Some people come in because they're uninformed. Some people come in just because they have a competing project and place comments. It doesn't matter. Engagement matters more than what the people actually say. So take anything negative with a grain of salt and use it. And I'll be honest with you, I've learned a lot, not just with Texit, but with other projects by coming in and finding out. Matter of fact, I'll seek negative comments so that I can go for myself. Again, part of doing your own research, so that I can go for myself and see if I can dispel what they're saying from a subjective point of view or what have you. They're saying this chart looks broken. Well, what looks broken about the chart? Let's take a look. You go back and you see that we're going to look on a weekly chart. On this weekly chart, I'm just doing this so we can all see it at one time. Each one of these candles represents one full week. And we go back to October 28th of 2024, last year, over a year ago. And we can see outside of this anomaly that took place in a very short period of time, this was just a spike in the market where someone came in and made a large purchase at one time or whatever, that quickly settled. We have shown consistent growth. And to me, that doesn't look broken at all. That's an anomaly purchase that quickly corrected itself. And we've constantly been going up until what? This last month, right? November. And the month of November is the first real month outside of this little bitty blip when it first started, where we actually had a pullback or some sales in the market. One thing that I will say is that selling is good, not a bad thing. You want a market. It can't be a situation where where the price is just going up all the time. We need exchanges. We need back and forth, ebbs and flows. If we go and look at any of these other charts that are out here. I'm gonna go back over here real quick. We want to see, let me get to the top, and I'm just gonna look at Bitcoin in and of itself. When you pull it up and you look at its price chart, I'm looking at the same, each one of these represents a month or what have you. You want to see ebbs and flows in the market, and even Bitcoin itself, you see, is still overall trending upward. So that's not a bad thing. Individuals like ourselves, we're here to do what? We want to create wealth. So at some point, we're all going to want to sell something, right? There's just some people that are going to want to sell sooner than others. Some are going to be looking for different targets so that they can skim a little profit off the top or what have you. So that's not a bad thing. But what happens when somebody skims a little bit off the top? Well, if the price of Bitcoin was at 62,000 or what have you, and then it dropped back down to 28,000, what happened at that point? Think about all the people in the world that when it went to 62,000 or 60,000 was sitting at home mad, upset, frustrated that they missed this bullish move to the upside. What happened? When the price came back down, it now created an opportunity for them to come in and buy at 50%, more than half of what it had gone up to. So now you have another set of people, subset of people that are buying at this point, and they're setting their area to sell when they can double, triple their profit over here somewhere. So it's going to be that constant ebb and flow going back and forth. So don't let a red candle or some red candles, be considered or be looked at as negative or what have you, because we need that in any type of real market or what have you. So these are just an example going through and kind of, you can take your time if you like to go through and kind of see what people are saying. And, if there's anything in there that doesn't make sense or you don't understand or what have you, that's when you start reaching out to your upline or the community at large to get those answers to some of those questions. What that does is it starts helping form your mind so that when you are talking to other individuals, it may not seem like it in the beginning, but when you're talking to other people, maybe not the exact same statements that you may hear or see in some of these chats will come up, but variations of those same statements or types of statements will come up. And you now have prepared yourself and equipped yourself to answer or be able to respond to them instantly without having to think about it or necessarily say, oh, I need to get somebody else on the phone. Not saying that this is going to make you an expert, but what it does for your confidence level can be, an extremely positive thing in enhancing your knowledge base and being more comfortable when presented with some of the tough questions that may come up from individuals that just don't know or just don't have the information or it hadn't been explained to them in the way that you would then be able to explain it to them. Same thing as we scroll down, same thing. If a person knows nothing about Texit as we know it, and they stumble upon it or have been referred to it or told to go check it out, and they say, you know what, this is an interesting project. I want to buy some. Where can I go get it? Well, we look up here, Texit Coin Markets. It shows us a list of all the places that it can be acquired. MEXC, Bitmart, XT.com, Biconomy, Dextrade, Pinex, Pickle, Jew.com. All of these are places that it can actually be obtained. A person can come straight here and say, you know what, we did this last week, but a person can come here and say, okay, I'm going to buy it on Pinex. Click on it, boom, it'll take them so they can go and find out, okay, what's going on with Pinex. Let me go check out this exchange that is listed on. If I don't already have an account with one of the exchanges that it's available on. I'm sorry. I got an alarm going off. It'll go off in a sec. If I'm not familiar with one of the exchanges, I can go research the exchange before I go and create an account on that exchange. So I can find out information about that as well from here. Let's see, what else? We did this, and I'm going to go ahead and show it while we're here. Another thing, we talked about being able to find the website. Person can come here, click on the website, boom, takes them straight to Texas Coin, the official one. I'm pretty sure if somebody hasn't done it already, somebody will come up with a fake Texas Coin website somewhere. Well, to avoid going to the wrong one, person can always come to CoinMarketCap, click right here, and we know that they're going to the right spot. If a person wanted to go, again, they're doing their research and they want to find out, okay, what they got going on, what they saying on Twitter. They can come and click their Twitter page and it'll take them, well, this is one thing. See, this is a good thing we're saying here. Why is it not? This account doesn't exist. Try searching another one. So I need to double check on that. Thomas, hint, hint, or what have you. You can check on that. But again, these are the things that I don't know if that has anything to do with us not officially being on the site yet or not, but that is something that if I were Texas Coin, I would want to make sure that CoinMarketCap is in fact taking me directly to the right location there. I just hit on the Telegram, so the Telegram one does actually work. We need to make sure that X is working. Contract address. We all know that Texas Coin has its own blockchain and its own wallet and all of that. Last week, we talked about Texas Coin also being available, however, as wrapped Texas Coin on the Ethereum blockchain. And when we went through that exercise, we got to our wallet, which you have to use a DeFi wallet in order to do anything with the wrapped Texas Coin. Here it shows you that you can use your Trust wallet, your MetaMask, or technically any decentralized wallet. But in order to see the coin or token, I'm going to erase it from here just so we can put it back. So when you go initially, if you've never engaged with wrapped, get on the Ethereum blockchain, cut out some of the noise. All right. When you look in your wallet, if you've never engaged with wrapped Texas Coin, when you come and you want to get it and or see it in your wallet, the first thing you're going to need to do is add the coin or token to the wallet. You would click import token. What chain are we working with? Ethereum. What token do we want? Well, if we went in and searched for it, wrap TXC, it does not come up because it's not being monitored by, or it doesn't have it listed in your wallet, your DeFi wallets database. You're going to have to add it as a custom token. There's always going to be disclaimers that, are shown to you. Anyone can create a token, including creating fake versions of existing tokens. This is helping you know and understand that you want to be careful. Well, in adding the token, you need to make sure that you have the proper or the correct token contract address. Where do you get that contract address from? You always want to go to a reliable location. You never want to copy it from a Telegram group, a WhatsApp group, unless it's coming to you directly from someone that you can confirm is the right person that's providing it to you. Otherwise, again, this is your money. These are your assets. You want to be sure. So what do? CoinMarketCap I know is going to have the information that I need, the correct information that I'm looking for. And I know this is going to knock that off, but if I need this contract address, if I come over here, it provides me with that contract address. So I can click and copy it. It ends in BB88. I can copy it. And I can come back over here and I can paste the address in. It pulls up the token symbol, the number of decimal. This token decimal is just the number of decimal places that will come when you're looking at it in your wallet. And I hit next. And now I'm going to import that token. So now I can actually see it in my wallet. Because if someone were to give you a fake token or contract address, they could compromise your wallet and or just take your funds. You think you've put some value into that or whatever, and on the other side, that smart contract that you've connected to or sent funds to just takes your funds, and there's nothing you or anybody else can do about it. So that is one of the very important things that you want to consider when adding any tokens to your wallet. Go verify and re-verify if needed that you have the correct contract address for the token that you want to add to your wallet. Let's see, what else? What else? In a nutshell, that's what I wanted to cover. And let me click right here real quick. Exchanges. But to give me a total. Well, we won't go through exchanges today, but there are a lot of exchanges that are out there, many of them that we've never heard of. Just keep in mind that anytime you see an exchange listed, you want to make sure that it's an exchange that you, if you are a US citizen, can actually sign up and actually get an account through, because a lot of exchanges may not allow you to actually create an account. Let's go as an example before we wrap up here. I'm going to click on Bitmart, and it's going to give me the Bitmart exchange. I go here and get started. Will it let me create an account? Bitmart service is not available in your region. So that means that if I wanted to go to Bitmart and acquire the Texas coin, that I can't get an account as a US citizen with Bitmart, which means I would need to go back and look for another one that did allow me to access it here in the United States. So that's another way to actually figure out where to go and buy as well, because you can only buy from where you can get access. So anybody have any questions? I'm looking in the chat. No questions. Thank you,
Wow,
Andy.
as
Thank you,
always,
Mark.
Herschel, you did amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There got to be at least one question. Got to be at least one.
Everybody is saying thank you. You did good.
Herschel,
Derek,
I
go
have a
ahead.
question.
Sure, go right ahead.
I've been trying to follow along on my phone,
Okay.
and it's a little more condensed, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you go to find the exchanges listed
The
for Texaco?
exchanges listed for Texas coin.
Yeah.
If you just put in Texacoin in the search, were you able to do that?
Yes.
Then you should, and let me just do this on my phone just so I can tell you exactly, because I'm telling you, Sarah, when you get my age, you're gonna look for a bigger screen. So just
Well,
wait.
I'm past that, honey.
I don't know. I just look young. Um,
I've just been trying to follow with on my phone, and it's been a little more challenging. So
understand. So let me go here, hit the magnifying glass. You did hit the magnifying glass and get to text it, right?
I did.
All right. Accept cookies. I'm in there, and you scroll down. Yeah, just if you go to Texacoin, just scroll down. It starts out with the chart and the price. Underneath that, it gives you the Texacoin statistics. Underneath statistics, it says Texacoin markets. Or at the very top of the page, you'll see overview, and then you see markets. If you click markets, it takes you straight to the exchanges or the markets that it's available in.
Well, when I put on it, it's just shows all the different USDT, USDC. Oh, I see. Okay, it's on the inside. Dex Trade, Phoenix, Bitcoin. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you.
Yep. Anyone? So you just made up a question. Somebody else got it. No, I'm just messing with you.
Hey, Herschel, this is
Yes, sir.
Miguel.
Yes, sir.
I just want to know where I can find more of you for my organization.
Okay.
Thanks, man. You did great.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You did amazing for no questions, Herschel, as always. I gotta know, were you a teacher as your normal job?
Never. I'm the black sheep of the family.
Well, you do amazing.
Everybody else in my family is an educator on both sides of the family. I was the one that went the opposite direction.
That's
So,
that's funny because I learn something new every time you do these.
well, that's good. That's good. How many people went and bought Astor though? I'm just See,
So
it's up to $1 already. But anyway.
if there's no questions, I just want to remind everybody tomorrow we are doing the back office training again for all the new people that have joined our team. So make sure you get your team and your all the miners you can on the call tomorrow to learn the basics of the back office. And Herschel, do you want to send us out with the happy Tuesday? Go get it.
Absolutely. Everyone, happy Tuesday. Go get it.
A little more motivation than that.
But no, I appreciate all of you for, taking the time to be here, listen to me rant or what have you. It's hard for me to do structure. It's easier for me to do impromptu and just talk through it. But that's why I always ask if anybody has any questions, because I never want to leave anybody behind or think I missed something or didn't stay in one area too long versus another or whatever. But just know and understand any of the information myself or any of the other leaders are actually sharing with you. Never feel like you have to absorb it all at one time. Never feel that way. A lot of this stuff happens you get introduced to something, and then you may not think you absorbed all the information, but it could be a week, a month from now. Somebody will say something or something, come up, and it'll reflect. You'll have a point of reference. And as you engage more, a lot of the dots will start getting filled in. And you start having them light bulb or aha moments on a consistent basis or what have you. So I just encourage all of you to stay engaged. Naturally, we're all here because of Texas Coin or what have you. But with us expanding our knowledge around the entire crypto space will allow us to be better stewards, better ambassadors of the Texas Coin project. And most of all, the more you know, the more you understand, the safer you can be in protecting your assets, which is, in my opinion, the most important thing. It's one thing to get it, it's another thing to keep it. So, the more knowledge we have, the better we are prepared to actually protect that which we do get as we move forward. So, with that being said, once again, thank all of you, and I hope all of you have a wonderful and blessed day. And we will see you guys on the next one.